Telka, I'm not answering this question. You're not listening. C'est bon? I think there is a lot of stuff we don't know about dreams or about actually reality. But I think there are as many different types of dreams than there is, let's say, people. And I think that the way we think about dreams is rather limited in that regard. It's very clear for me that something happens in dreams. And in fact, I'm not that interested by, like, even answering your question in the sense, like, do we go to another place? How can I prove that? But one thing I know for sure is that sometimes you do experience otherness in your dreams. And people or places that you feel you could not have imagined, and yet you're there.
Do science and religion have to be separate? If a man says he saw God, do we have to either send him off to a preacher or to a psychiatrist to be cured? Or can we begin to really learn something about these things with the kind of technology and expertise that characterizes modern science? I think we can.
Well, actually, like just today I was reading this, I don't remember the guy's name, he was a physicist, and he was saying basically his conclusion, so based on, because he deals mostly in the area of quantum physics, and he was saying basically his conclusion is the brain is essentially like a transmitter / receiver. That's what it is. It's not the mind, because a lot of people think of the mind and the brain as the same. Yeah. And he's saying no, like the brain is just the like hardware. It's that transmitter receiver, and the mind is like
software.
Not in the brain. Yeah. It's not in the brain. There is no location for the mind. The mind is like the non-physical, no location aspect,
Well, I think to answer that, it would be more like it's a little bit Freudian, the answer. It's like a nightmare is a resistance to transformation. A nightmare is when you have affect and things that you are trying to, that is traveling your psyche, that is present as a force, drives, whatnot, fears, traumas, name it. Something that is difficult, very difficult, and in that sense can put you in danger psychically. The nightmare is to me, this is what I think, is the expression of a resistance. It's like a protection. It scares the shit out of the ego because you're not ready. Now, we could ask the question, and this is again Freudian analysis. Some people resist transformation and then they become, how can I say, their own victim. It's as if the abuser, they become their own abuser and having recurring nightmare. Well, you know, here is a good example of the absolute necessity to enter in a conversation with the dreams.
When you start to, I guess, in the dream feel fear, you know, like at some point, like maybe at the beginning, you're just sort of like, this is the scene or whatever. There's not really any emotion. But as the fear starts building up, and that now it's become, I would say now you're in nightmare territory. It's not specific to the content of what's happening as it is your reaction to what's happening. So when you start feeling strong fear, then I would say, okay, it's officially a nightmare now.